So here we are at the M41 gym where I did my final pull workout yesterday before flying to Tokyo, and we started off with the hoist pull down. Now I have speeded up the music on there a little bit to speed up the exercises so it's not boring for you guys watching every single rep in slow motion. So I love this machine. I did 2 sets. First set was about 9 or 10 and I would drop some weight off and hit about 15 out. Always like to start with a good pull down, and this one, just the way it tilts you back up, just gets that little bit of an extra contraction. Great machine. If you haven't got one, go find somewhere that has got one and give it a try, because it's a really nice machine. Just holding a stretch here for a little bit extra. Then I start off with a seated plate loaded row. The first set was with about 2.5 plates where I just basically sit up straight and pull in, and then up it to 3 plates where again I sit up straight and pull in, and then after I've reached close to failure I'll use a little bit of momentum just to get a little bit more out of it. And then on the third set I'll go again a little bit heavier, and this time I do a dead stop. So all the way in, stop, all the way back. So resting it on the bottom, pulling it back. If I'm going to do multiple sets, I like to change something. So I'm either going to decrease the weight and get more reps, or I'm going to change something so I can get more reps and more weight. There we go, these are the dead stop ones. Stop it, pull it. I actually ended up with about 4 plates on this. I'm still getting 10 to 12 reps. So by this point we're nice and warm, so not risk of injury is minimised. This is the Cybex VR3 row. Now as you can see, look how it really pulls your elbows down, so it really attacks the bottom of those lats. Absolutely tremendous machine. I'm keeping my chest supported against the pad. I'm letting my shoulder round right over. You'll see that from this angle here. So I've got the arms literally fully stretched, and I'm going to have to literally squeeze in. You can see my shoulder rounded off there, so getting a full stretch on my lat and driving back through it. I'm trying to keep my chest on the pad so I'm not using any body momentum like I was on the previous machine. This one is just isolating those lower lats. So again, 2 sets, a few more reps on the second set. We then move on to rear delts. This is another Cybex machine. First set was with 210 for about 12 reps. Reverse flies, isolating the rear delts. You'll see that I'm trying not to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Some people come too far back and squeeze their shoulder blades together. What I'm trying to do here is just isolate the rear delts, so I'm getting as little back and trapper involvement as possible. Just isolating the rear delts. This is a high row, mid-back row. Again, full stretch, stretching right over the pad. I think Neil Hill used to call these seal rolls. So you're going down and you're coming up like a seal, pulling up and through. And then once I hit failure here, I'm going to do basically just some shrugs. So I don't bend the arms as much. Instead of pulling the elbows up, I'm just going to shrug back. Again, this is targeting the mid-back and the rhomboids. Love that exercise. Then I go from the same position, flies, really stripped with completely straight arms. Again, I'm not trying to get too high. I'm not trying to utilise the rhomboids and lower back, the mid-back again. And then I'm going to go into a slightly bent arm version so I can get the rear delts firing again with a little bit of help from the rhomboids. So it's basically just isolating the rear delts, you can't do any more, and then helping a bit more with the rhomboids to finish it off. And we'll finish off with a seated face pull. And this is going to be hitting the traps, the rhomboids and the rear delts again. Again, 2 sets on here. Some things are just 1 set, some things are 2 sets, it depends. Sometimes I'll do something very similar and just change it up a little bit for a slight variation. I think this is actually just a drop set, to be honest with you. But again, doing it stood up, sometimes I find a lot of people lean back and use their own body weight, whereas here I'm sat on the floor, I can't use my own body weight, I've got to sit up straight and I've got to pull every last little bit of tension through that posterior chain, mainly the rhomboids, the lower traps and the rear delts. And there's a little kiss for the camera for you. Actually, it wasn't a drop set, I think that was just a warm-up set, and then I went into this was the second set where I went a bit heavier, did a drop set. All my reps are a minimum of sort of 9 or 10 if I gauge the weight right, which I tend to do because I'll do 2 or 3 warm-up sets on the first exercise, and later exercise I'll probably just do one, which I'll basically call it a gauging set, and then I'll go to failure. This is the hoist curl. Again, it just allows that little bit of a better contraction, because as you pull up it just changes the angle so you can finish the movement. So it's like the prime stuff or the strive stuff where it just changes the angle a little bit. So just as you're getting stuck there, it drops you back and you can finish the movement without swinging through your elbows. 2 sets on here again. One around about 9 to 10 reps, and this one around about 12 to 13 reps. Keeping the, as you can see, I'm keeping the elbows completely fixed. So all I'm doing is isolating the biceps, no swinging through the front delts at all. And then we go on to the final exercise. This is actually set 2, where I've got 20 on plate number 1 and 5 on plate number 2. I've explained this in a video before about where to put the weights and why to put the weights. So take a look at my Instagram, Coach Kelvin, and you'll see how I do this. I basically started with 25 on the first peg, on the first set, just saying that now actually. Then I went to 20 and 5. This is now 10 and 15, so there's 10 in the middle, 15 at the top. So it backs off towards the end. I actually did, I think, 5 sets. I did 25 and 0, 20 and 5, 15 and 10, 10 and 15, and I did a final set with all the weight on peg number 3, which means the weight is heavy at the bottom and backs right off towards the end, so that I can get a full contraction, and every set is a little bit different.